see if we've got anyone, excuse me, joining me today. So if you are joining me, ideally bring your foam roller, your grid, whatever you've got. If you've got a fascial release ball, if you haven't got any of those, you could do it with a tennis ball. So to see what you have got, and we'll just wait until 1 o'clock and then we'll get going. So we've got a focus today on the quad, so the front of the thigh, and that's where we are going to go for our release. So just a short little session on that. It's not quite one. Hi Diane, how are you? So yeah, Diane, if you've got foam roller, fascial release ball, tennis ball, whatever you've got, go and grab it for this session. And then we'll make a start in a moment. Okay, so I make it 1 o'clock. We are just going to focus on the release of the quads today. So remember that major muscle, the main one that rectus femoris crosses your hip and your knee joint. So you're just going to start with the ball or your foam roller, whatever you're using, that's fine. If you've got a smaller one, a shorter one, it'll probably work better for this. If you have got one of the longer foam rollers, just bring it out to the side slightly. So you're going to start on that central line. So you're just going to find that bony prominence. So from that bony prominence, don't place the ball on there. So you're just going to move the ball then down to the top of the thigh. So you're going to come onto your front. So the ball's just below that ASIS joint there. And then we're going to roll. So let the body weight go completely onto the ball, whatever it is you're using, the roller. I'm just going to knead through. So your other knee can be bent slightly, the foot can be flexed. Just lengthen out through the other leg. So we'll do about 8 reps in that one place. And then just move the ball down or the roller down. So just small movements there. The foot can be off the floor on the leg that you're rolling. So just tiny. Just bring your elbows directly underneath your shoulders as you roll. And then we move it down again. So obviously depending on the length of your limb, it'll depend how long it's going to take you to get down to that line. Now, you should probably be around about the middle of the quad. If it's not, just place the ball in the middle now, so I'll show you this. So right in the middle, we're just going to flex and extend at the knee joint. So take a little bend and straighten. So this will stretch further as you go into this. So we're just bending and we're straightening. And we're going to do 8 there. So you can inhale as you bend, exhale as you straighten. So use the breath work as you do this fascial release. And then you're going to move the ball down again. So you're not rolling over the knee. So you're stopping before you get to the knee. So you might have one more space to go and roll on. So keeping the weight, if you're not feeling this, make sure you've got the weight into the right side or whatever side you've got the ball on or the roller, you're not leaning to the opposite side. So knead into that area. And then when you've done that, you might have another gap in that soft tissue, so just move the ball down again, whatever it is you're using, not over the kneecap. Now if you want a little bit more, rather than rolling forward and back in that longitudinal direction, go across the fibre. So you could take it right to left. So you add in a cross fibre action there as you rock. So just side to side. So find what fits the structure best, what you get more from. I don't mean pain, I mean discomfort, in the sense that if you've got tightness, you are going to feel it. So you can go right to left, or you can go forward and back. So however you feel, you get into that structure. Okay, and then once you've done that side, we're going to switch. So you're going to find the top on the bony prominence, and then we're just going to go below that area. So Starts quite higher up than you think, as long as you're not on the bones there. And then you're going to come down onto your front, and then we start to roll. So right at the top as you go. So smooth movements forward and back into that area. And again, just watch you not rounding through the shoulders. Keep the shoulder line open as you keep the elbows aligned. So your other foot can be tucked and the knee can be off the floor, just to help roll forward and back. And we're going to move it down. So you're going to cover an area that you've not rolled yet. And smooth movements. So you want a little bit of centering going on through those abdominal lines, so you're not just dipping into your lower back as you do this. That is the ball making that squeak. Okay, and then move it down again. And then you might find you're getting a little closer towards the middle of the thigh. So just wait and try not to roll the midsection yet, because we're going to do that slightly differently like we did on the other side. So just knead through those tissues. And then when you get to the middle, you're going to hold and you're going to bend and you're going to straighten. So we're here. So inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. So as you straighten the leg, watch you're not lifting your hips up. So you're going to keep the weight through that ball. And then we're going to move down again. And we're going to roll. Tiny rolls, so just forward and back to begin. If you want a little more and you find it's not getting the structure, just start to go across here. So you can do a little rock, right to left instead. So just a baby rock as you go. So you can go side to side. And then when you've done that rep, you move it down again. So we're covering the whole of that quad. Again, if you've got a roller, a grid, whatever it is you're using, that's fine too. Just make it work for you and that piece of kit you're going with it. So just a little roll. And make sure you don't rush this. It's more than scuffing over the surface of your tissues. And then we go again. So you might have one more area just before the knee. Don't roll on the kneecap, remember. Just stop before that line. And smooth, tiny movement. And again, if you don't feel like you're getting into the structure, go right to left. So go over, move those tissues over the bone. Try not to sway the pelvis, just isolate through the thigh. And then you can release when you've done those 8. So when you've done a release there, it's quite nice. You can follow it up with a stretch. So from here, you can take it into your quad and hip flexor stretch. So you can just bring that right leg forward, keeping the back toes tucked, so you take not too much pressure on the knee down, and then feel like you're pressing the thigh bone forward, open through the hip line. So we're here. Equally, if you were then now going to go into strength work, if you were going to do some squats, for example, or lunges, that's ideal to do that after you've done that rolling with the ball, because you've afforded a greater, if you like, range of movement at the joints if you've released off the muscles. So you might get more from your strength training. And then we're just going to change, switch sides. So opposite leg in front, just tuck the toe, making sure you're not leaning back. Just you're not overly pushing your weight forward. Feel like you're opening the front of the hip, yawn open, and press the thigh bone towards that wall in front. And then release. So there you have it, your fascial release work for your quads. I hope that helps with whatever you're going to do, and I will see some of you soon. Hi Sandy. Hi Norma. Hi Nina.